How do we usually get everyone to come and sit down, and we just sort of wait for them? Okay, gotcha. Right. You guys run through this?
Andrea's recommendation, since we don't have too many points, is we just straight through a couple of times and forget around for 396. And then, yeah. Go ahead.
Mic check.
Mic check. Last call for coffees. Well, no, I have a script. It's okay.
Do feel free to call up members of the congregation to do reading for you. We've warned 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they're ready.
But you're doing the reading, right? No, I'll do that.
Yeah. Do you want somebody
Yeah, I've got
else
those,
to take
yeah.
the worship associate piece?
You wanna? Okay, cool. All right. If you're comfortable freestyling and just reading from the script as well, you're cool with that? Okay,
if I
awesome.
feel like meh, then I'll swap it. Okay.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
just
sound
give me like a minute sign.
okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay,
If
cool.
I feel meh?
Yeah, come and sit down. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do.
We're improv buddies. We know that.
We know how to do this.
Yeah, perfect.
So
Yes. Yeah, I'll leave it at the right place for you.
you are doing that.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Coral Gables. Good morning, South Miami, and our friends on the live stream. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to UU Miami. You might notice that I'm not Derek. Derek is a little under the weather, and so he's going to be stepping out. So, round of applause for Derek and get well soon. Everyone send him healing thoughts. So, good morning and welcome to UU Miami. Whether you're here with us in the sanctuary or joining us online, we're grateful that you are with us. Take a breath. Let yourself arrive. This is a space that we shape together simply by being present with each other. I am Arthur Curry with no MDiv. I'm reading from Derek's script. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm joined today by pianist Dr. Joseph Tayeda, soloist and backup soloist, Gladys and the Pip, everybody, co-leader Christine Gregory, RE Minister Jessica Lamb, and our reader Judith Echevarria. This morning, we are continuing our 7-week series on metamorphosis. Over these weeks, we're exploring the life cycle of a butterfly as a reflection of our own spiritual and human journey. Each stage of that cycle carries wisdom about how change unfolds in living systems and in our own lives. This week, we've come to the stage of breaking open, the strength found in struggle, a very apt time. When the butterfly breaks free from the chrysalis, it struggles intensely. The effort is necessary. The pressure forces life into its wings. Without that struggle, it would not be able to fly. We often wish that growth were easier, less painful, less demanding. But what if the struggle is not a setback? What if it is strengthening us? This week, we turn towards the difficult places in our lives, the hard conversations, the vulnerability of change, the tension of becoming more honest. Where are you tempted to rush past discomfort? What if staying present is what gives your wings strength? Resilience is formed not by avoiding tension, but by moving through it with awareness. Wherever you are joining us from, we invite you to light a candle or chalice with us. As we kindle this light, remember that each of us carries the capacity for transformation. Together, we create a community where growth is welcomed, where change is honored, and where the ongoing work of becoming has room to unfold. Can we make it a little louder? Okay, I'll just speak closer. Just wave if I'm bursting your eardrums. We begin our time together with the lighting of the chalice, the symbol of the Unitarian Universalist tradition. Words by the youth of Unitarian Universalism. We are never complete. We are never finished. We are always yet to be. May we always allow others to be, and help and enable each other to grow toward all that we are capable of becoming. And let's talk through the congregational response. If we can go back one slide. All right, let me just read, I'll read through it. Oh, we got it, okay, awesome. All right, with the kindling of this flame, we reaffirm our commitment to accept life's gifts with grace and gratitude, and use them to bless the world in the spirit of love. Please stand, if you're willing and able, or in spirit, and join me in our unison affirmation, first in English and then in Spanish. And I'm going to call on a better Spanish speaker than me to read the Spanish part. The words will be projected on the screen. Love is the spirit of this faith, and service is its prayer. In love we agree to dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another. And now, en español.
El amor es el espíritu de nuestra fe y el servicio es su oración. En amor acordamos vivir unidos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en libertad y ayudarnos el uno al otro. Come on up, CJ.
I know three things. I know Derek will get better. I know it's the second day of spring, and I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open.
Thank you. Oh, you may sit. Good morning, friends, and welcome to UU Miami. UU Miami is part of the Unitarian Universalist Association, grounded in pluralism, humanism, and care for one another and for the earth. We do not gather around a single creed, but around shared values: justice, compassion, curiosity, and belonging. We affirm the sacred worth of every person, honor science, and commit ourselves to love made visible through action. We also acknowledge that we gather on the traditional lands of the Tequesta, the Seminole, and the Miccosukee peoples. And the Worship Committee is currently in the process of reimagining this land acknowledgement in a way that puts these very important words into action. Everyone is welcome here, every background, belief, identity, and question. In this space, you'll hear many spiritual languages: nature, science, world traditions, and personal stories, and all are part of this shared table. If you're new, we invite you to connect, explore, and belong. Look for our info in your order of service, or speak to someone wearing a yellow or orange lanyard. They're very welcoming. Whoever you are, whatever you seek, you have a place here. Welcome home. Before we continue, we turn to the life of our community. Announcements are more than reminders. They show how we care, grow, and serve together. In that spirit, let us share today's announcements. You have an open invitation to join us for a snack and a delightful time of connections and bocaditos. Vegetarian and vegan options are available. We're also a nut-free campus. If you're inspired to contribute your culinary creations on any given Sunday, please reach out to us at sexton@uumiami.org, and let's collaborate to make our gatherings even more special. The Drum Circle. The drum circle is a vibrant time of community and connection, where you can bring your own percussion instruments or choose one from our selection. Come join us as we tap into the rhythm that is the heartbeat of life itself. Meet us in the Emerson Room after lunch for the drum circle. New Member Exploration Gathering. Join us on Sunday, March the 29th for our second New Member Exploration, immediately following the service in the Emerson Room. If you attended the first gathering, you're warmly invited to return, bring your new member form, and continue the journey. If you missed the first session, then this is a wonderful opportunity to learn more about Unitarian Universalism, our community, and what it means to belong at UU Miami. This gathering is a relaxed and welcoming space to ask questions, connect, and explore your place in the community. Those who are ready will be invited to be formally welcomed as members on April 19th during our Commitment Sunday. Come as you are, there's a place for you here. And now to our worship associate for the pledge drive.
Okay, everybody. Our annual pledge drive, Weaving Our Future, is now underway. We invite every member, friend, newcomer, and online participant to make a financial commitment for the next church year, July 1st, 2026, through June 30th, 2027. If everybody please turns to the back and look at our model Luigi, you will see, and he's a very attractive model, may I say. You will see that he has a pledge card, which everybody should be filling out. Your pledge helps us plan responsibly, strengthen worship and music, expand our digital ministry, support staff, care for our campus, and deepen our partnership across Miami-Dade. Last year, 39 households pledged just over $57,000. This year, our goal is $70,000. Woohoo! That's a lot of money. With an aspirational goal of $100,000. Pledge cards are available in the sanctuary and office, and an online form is also available. Please submit your pledge by early April so we can celebrate together at our commitment ceremony on April 19th. Every pledge strengthens the fabric of this community. Now, we are going to have an individual from the community talk about what pledging means to them. And that person was me. And so now I'm going to pass it to myself. Can I get Christine Gregory to come up to the mic? Yep, okay. Hello. Can you all hear me okay? Okay. Well, as you know, I'm a sitter, not a stander, so I'm gonna sit. Okay, everybody. What does pledging mean to me? Well, on the first part, in general, I'm biased because I've grown up UU. But I would say that being a Unitarian Universalist has allowed me to acknowledge that spirituality is incredibly important to me and explore it without being told that I have to follow a specific doctrine. And I've always loved this because as humans, how could we possibly know that one is right over the other? And I so appreciate this flexibility to explore. So for that reason, spirituality, particularly in the context of Unitarian Universalism, has always been, incredibly important to me. So that's part one. And then I would say part two is, all the reasons why people go to church that has nothing to do with Jesus. And on top of it, like for UUs, I don't even know if we come to church specifically for Jesus, so that makes it even more complicated. But specifically, I come to church for this community. Having conversations and getting to know all of you on a personal level really, really, really fills my cup. It makes me feel like a more complete person to get to know you all. I get goosebumps being in your presence because moving to Miami, I did not know anybody, and now I've got a family that can help me even through some of the most challenging times that I've had over the past couple of years. So thank you so much. I have not picked my pledge band yet. I got to do my research, but I will absolutely be pledging to UU Miami because damn, you guys are important to me. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. Friends, at UU Miami, we share a moment of connection, a time to honor the worth and dignity of everyone here. This is our UU way of saying peace and long life. I invite you to greet those around you in whatever way feels right. You might offer a smile, a nod, a Vulcan hello, a fist bump, a high five, or whatever you feel like doing. If you prefer to remain seated or in quiet presence, that's fine too. I'm hoping that like a nice delivery makes up for you just really.
I think I realized that for like Ritzy here, yeah, we have like a little bit like directly to
Yeah, I'm not used to hearing my voice so loud, but I think you need to do it otherwise things get
So I know it's like, when did these movies change? Oh, I was just gonna say. Okay, I think that's like
I don't want to interrupt so many lovely conversations, but when we're ready, we can move back to our seats. I'm sorry to be a buzzkill.
Hey everybody, come on, sit down. But we are so glad that you like each other.
No, I'll call you. Thank you. Okay. And now we have a reading from Judas. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We have a prelude first. Let's see. Okay, sit down. Sit down.
Good morning. Did you like that silence? I'm giving you silence because I'm, as you may notice, trying to find where we are in the script. Because this is a prelude.
Sorry, I brought you in the wrong time.
And yes, and now we have a time for all ages. And Jessica usually manages our time for all ages. And is she now doing this? So I will read the story to give you, to not have to walk around up here, up and down, up and down.
I got you. We doing story of all ages right now?
Yes.
All right, beautiful.
So welcome, Jessica. She is our religious exploration leader, and she will take us in and our children for a time. We have one child, officially, but the rest of us are all...
We have a few, actually.
Yes, the rest of us are still have our... Oh, 2, 3.
4.
Where's the fourth?
All right.
4.
Come on over. If you are young at heart, I'd like you to join me right up here on the stage, just right next to me. Beautiful. Let's give an applause to all our RE kids. Yes. Hi, guys. So, yes, you can have a seat right there in the steps. I'll stand here as the live stream people can see us over here. All right, look at him walking. When he first started sitting on these steps, we were carrying him over, and now he's walking on himself. There we go. Beautiful. So today's story of all ages is about a little frog. Yes, sana, sana, little rana. So if any of you come from any Spanish families, you might be familiar with this story. Once upon a time, in a quiet pond, surrounded by pale green reeds, there lived a tiny tadpole named Miri. Miri loved to wiggle through the water and chase little bubbles to the surface, bloop, 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 bloop. She knew every corner of the pond, but one day something felt different. What could it be? Her body felt tight. Her tail felt kind of strange. Ouch, Miri whispered, something is wrong. She swam to her abuela frog, who rested on a warm rock nearby. Abuela, Miri said, something's wrong. I don't feel like I'm myself. Am I sick? Who do you go to when you're not feeling well, Bridget?
The doctor.
A doctor, yes. Well, abuela might be a doctor for her village. So when we're first not feeling well, where do you go, Abby? Who do you go see when you're not feeling well? If your stomach's not feeling well, who's the first person you go see? Who is it?
That's too easy.
That's too easy, yeah? Who would that be?
The doctor.
A doctor. Well, it could be mom, it could be dad. And in this case, it was abuela. Abuela smiled gently and sang, sana, sana, colita de rana. Right, do you know that song? Sing it for me.
Oh my gosh. Sana, sana, culito, rana, si no se sana hoy, se sanará mañana.
Here you go. Give her an applause. That was awesome. So Miri blinked, and she wondered, will that fix it? Abuela just winked. The next day, Miri felt even stranger. 2 tiny bumps had appeared on her sides. My body is breaking, she cried. She swam in circles, faster and faster. Abuela came close again, calm as ever. And what did she say, Carla?
Sana, sana, culito, rana, si no se sana hoy, se sanará mañana.
And that's right. That's what she said. So, but it's not working, Mira said. I still feel weird. Abuela leaned closer. Little one, she softly said, look again. Miri looked carefully. Those bumps were tiny legs. Miri's eyes grew wide. Days passed. Her legs grew stronger. Her tail grew smaller. Everything felt new, and nothing felt certain. Sometimes she felt excited. Sometimes she felt scared. Sometimes she stayed very still. But each time, Abuela was there. When you're not feeling well, who stays with you? Who stays with you, little one? Who stays with you? Is it mommy and daddy? Yeah? That's right. The people that love us stay with us even when we're not feeling well. Days passed. Her legs grew stronger. Her tail grew smaller. Everything felt new and nothing felt certain. Sometimes she felt excited. Sometimes she felt scared. Sometimes she stayed very still. And each time Abuela was there. Sana, sana, colita de rana. One afternoon, Miri whispered, I don't know what I'm becoming. We're all sort of in that process of becoming, aren't we? Abuela sat beside her and said, that's okay. You've never been here before. Miri looked up. When will I feel better? Abuela paused and said gently, maybe this isn't about feeling better. Miri tilted her head. Maybe this is about growing stronger. Miri was quiet. A few days later, she pushed herself up. Not swimming this time, standing, her legs behind her. She wobbled, then hopped, and splash. Miri blinked in surprise. Abuela smiled. Sana, sana.
Colita de rana, si no se sana, hoy se sanará mañana.
That's right. Yes, this time, Miri smiled too. This time, she understood. It wasn't about the strange feeling going away. It was actually about staying with it long enough for something to grow. So, boys, girls, and everybody else, sometimes things might feel different inside of you. Your body changes, your feelings change, life changes. It can feel confusing, even a little uncomfortable. I'll tell you what, I felt very uncomfortable going through my transition from becoming a young man to a young woman. I was very uncomfortable. The world changed around me. It was quite disconcerting, even more so for a youth today in the world we live in. Yeah, you might wish it would stop, but sometimes, just like Miri, that means that you're growing. Maybe you're learning something new. Maybe you're becoming a little braver. Absolutely a little braver. Maybe something inside of you is getting stronger. You don't have to rush through it. You can take your time. It means you're growing and you can ask for help. You can trust that even when things feel a little strange, something good might be growing inside of you. So, that was our story of all ages, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, little ranas, let's head off to our ERE program. And CJ, will you help sing the children out? Thank you.
May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in peace. As you go your way in peace.
Thank you. Christine, would you like to do the joys and concerns? Sorry, you're next on the roster.
Okay, everybody, this is the best part of the service. This is open mic. So right now, we would love to learn more about the joys and concerns that you all are experiencing. So if you have a joy and concern, please come up. Also remember that we are live streamed, so anybody that is participating virtually, you are more than welcome to participate as well. And what a surprise. Bob, would you like to kick us off today? Of course. Aw, they're goodies. Shall I hold this for you?
Good morning. I'm Bob Jacober, a long-term member here. We're involved in studying metamorphosis. In the animal world, many life forms shed their chitinous exoskeleton so they can grow and change. If we wish to shed activities and attitudes in order to grow UU Miami, let us be careful to not throw off what makes us an excellent congregation that respects and honors the intellect, the worth, dignity, and love we of all ages and backgrounds bring here, where I come to learn from each other on Sundays how to be the best possible me I can for myself, UU Miami, society, and the planet. For me, I get a gold star for coming here Sunday.
Good job, Bob. Miss Judy?
Thank you, my dear. Judy Homer, longtime member, forgot my tag today. Bonnie's helping me because I have some things that I want to share with you. I'm very excited about something that's coming up this coming Saturday, March 28th, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. It's only 1 hour, and it's in the shade, and it's the 3rd annual No Kings demonstration. And so, there's something that I wanted to tell you that I think is very important. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, et cetera, you're familiar with the preamble to the Constitution. The phrase, we the people, in the preamble to the United States Constitution is one of the most impactful parts of the document. It establishes that the U.S. government's legitimacy, power, and authority are derived from the consent of the citizens, not a monarch or state government. It's we, the people. Please show up, wear your shirts, carry your signs. We, the people. And March 28th, it's across from, it's on Lejeune Road, across from Carl Gables High Athletic Field, along the side of Merrick Park, and you're all welcome, and please come. And just because the senior citizens established this, you don't have to be a senior citizen. We had a 2-year-old there last year. We the people, thank you.
She does have flyers. Wow. Well, oh, Bonnie, of course, you have a joy. There are T-shirts in the office. Thank you, Luigi. Okay, and Bonnie, off to you.
Yes, I'm Bonnie Petticord, juggler of joys. My joy today is this beautiful spring day, and the transition that all of nature is going through. A frog needs to give up its tail to sprout new arms and legs and enter into the change that it is to go on land. A snake, as it grows, has to shed its skin. All of nature is in the process of change and growth. The butterfly has to give up its entire being to go from caterpillar to butterfly. Can it choose not to do that? No. Change is imperative. Change is inevitable. So observe the process of change in your surroundings. I came Friday to celebrate the equinox. I came and walked the labyrinth. It's a place of peace, a place of connection. I would invite all of you to come at some time or another and walk the peaceful walk. Walk to the center of your being. Make your prayers, your observations, whatever you're led to do, and then bring that out from the center into the world. I recommend it highly. We are really blessed to have that labyrinth. So I was joined by a butterfly, a zebra longwing, and I saw the beginning of a good crop of mangoes and a good crop of avocados. So we honor the earth for blooming and giving us the fruits of her bosom. And I'm very glad to be here amongst my kindred souls. The sign that I carry for the No Kings, and I might make a new sign, but this sign says it all. We all repeated it as we were growing up in the Pledge of Allegiance. We pledged this. So I would like our government to pledge it back to us with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bonnie. And last but not least, Mr. Luigi.
Probably the same thing you're going to call it. I don't know. Florida AIDS water.
You guys can share it.
Go ahead. We'll share it together.
So I'm Luigi Ferrer.
I'm Jessica Lamb. You're Ari.
So I have two joys I wanted to share. First, I had some people over on Thursday for my cottage meeting related pledge drive, and we had a one to know each other. And then yesterday we had another opportunity to get to know each other. Several of us took the bus that left from here up to the AIDS in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, and we were able to raise $2 million yesterday towards, so really amazing. And thanks everybody here who came to support that. It was amazing to see some of our congregation there.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say we were a small group, but it was an awesome experience. It was easy, just get on the bus, get off the bus, hang around with some other people, walk for a while, see Queen Latifah live on stage, and then get back on the bus. And just the time that we had with each other, just get to know each other better, tell our stories was fabulous. So that's my big joy.
Yeah, quick bonus part of yesterday is we had someone dressed as Anita Bryan, if those of you familiar with Scott Galvin, always wears a costume, and I had the really unique privilege of actually pieing her in the face. So, just like we did back in the day. So anyhow, thank you everyone.
Wow, yeah, thank you so much. I also had the joy of participating in that, and I left so energized and had just the most wonderful time. So, yeah, absolutely, please join us next time. I also wanted to share joys and sorrows. I feel like, this always makes me cry. My metamorphosis is learning to live with grief. Last year I lost one of my best friends. I feel like I don't really talk about it a lot, particularly outside of church. And it's just I feel like for those of you that have lost people, I think you probably always have a bit of a hole. And so just learning to kind of be whole, but missing her always. I think it's always gonna be there. But I always am so thankful for this space because I don't know why, but I always feel like I can talk about it here. Even when in other spaces, I can't really do it. So I'm really thankful for all of you. Thank you.
We share in those joys and sorrows expressed, and those not expressed, but very much with us. And now to the readings. Please welcome Judith.
Good morning again. Can you hear me okay? Reading 1 from Lost, Season 1, Episode 7, The Moth, written by Jennifer Johnson and Paul Din. Our first, this moth is about to emerge. If any of you saw Lost, you would know. This is a little scary. This moth is about to emerge. It's in there right now, struggling. It's digging its way through the thick hide of the cocoon. Now, I could help it. Take my knife, gently widen the opening, and the moth would be free. But it would be too weak to survive. Struggle is nature's way of strengthening it. Our second reading comes from Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower, and it begins. Darkness gives shape to the light. As light shapes the darkness, death gives shape to life. As life shapes death. The universe and God share this wholeness, each defining the other. God gives shape to the universe as the universe shapes God. Thank you.
Thank you, Judith. And now for today's sermon. Please join me in this meditation. You can close your eyes, you can stretch out, feel more comfortable in your body, lie down on a row, however you like, whatever calls to you. Memento mori, memento umbri, memento mori, Deus ibi est. Yes, the first time I spoke, it was the most scared I had ever been. Something inside me spoke first, but it spoke in tongues. The horror I felt was a birth pain, the same birth pain this world is suffering through eternity. Trying desperately not to die in childbirth, fighting with everything it has not to die before being born. A world giving birth to itself and being born of itself at the same time, and outside of time is a world always ending and always beginning. A paradox within antithesis, within infinity and eternity, existing on an axis whose center is everywhere and everything and always and nowhere and nothing and never. My first word was creation itself in its purest and rawest form, and so was yours. Word is creation. Word is transcendence. Word is God, and God is Word. Word made flesh, Word made bone. Word made water and air, and earth and fire. Word is truth. Truth is creation. Truth is transcendence. Truth is God, and God is truth. Who really lied to Adam and Eve in the garden? Was it him who is called I Am? Or did a man with a pen see a chance to play God? Is all sacred text God play? Then let's write our own. Is all play God play? Let's find out together. Let's play. Let's God play. Okay, now we're ready. When I think about times that we humans rush past discomfort, two things immediately come to mind: death and shadow. The meditation a minute ago, the words translate to remember death, remember shadow, God dwelleth there. When you think about it, in some important way, a huge amount of the history of what we now call religion is really just a reckoning with death and with shadow. As I sat down to write this, I was wondering, which is the harder of the two to talk about and to think about? I think the answer is probably both, but I also get the feeling that, particularly for those of us who aspire to make the world a better place, the harder topic might actually be shadow. Death is a mere fact of life, albeit the one fact of life that towers above all else. Shadow is something we confront and we battle with every day of our lives, whether we're aware of it or not. Because we all have that, in some form or another, that part of ourselves where darkness lives. Darkness, not in a pejorative sense, just dark, the dark side of life. Even in Star Wars, there's the implication that to bring balance to the Force is not to eliminate the dark side, but to bring the balance between the light and the dark. Of course, there's a lot of debate about this in the fandom. The sequel trilogy came this close to getting it right, and then the Rise of Skywalker happened, but that's a sermon for another day. It can be hard to talk about and to think about that part of ourselves that embraces darkness. And that's why we can be so grateful that horror movies exist. Horror, for me, is a sacred space. A space to explore the dark side of life. A unique framing to dig deep into challenging and transgressive themes without shying away from taboos, and find a special kind of catharsis through transgression, through taboo, that you can't really find anywhere else. And it's interesting to me that there seems to be an undercurrent in the horror community in recent years of bemoaning the idea that horror has ostensibly become too political. Because I'm here to tell you that the history of horror has always been deeply rooted in social commentary and the exploration of broader socio-political, philosophical, and even theological themes. From Frankenstein's commentary on God playing and misunderstood monsters, to the rise of the modern era of horror cinema as a response to the golden age of serial killers in the 60s and 70s, to the socially conscious works of John Carpenter and George A. Romero. But the other undercurrent that I've seen in movie discourse is quite a bit of pushback from well-intentioned people, or at least semi-well-intentioned people, against anything transgressive in film or art in general. And let me tell you, that is a slippery slope that often ultimately slides into pushback against queer stories, black stories, indigenous stories, women's stories, and so on. Art must be allowed to agitate. Agitate in the sense that means to stir or disturb something briskly, to stir up. And art has a unique ability to be both a mirror for ourselves and a place to explore our own darkness, discomfort, and struggles with growth, which is what I love about horror. But art can also help us confront death, one of the most deeply religious experiences that any of us can have at any time, anywhere. There's a film by an experimental filmmaker called Stan Brakhage Those of you who've been coming to the midweek activations will recognize that name because we watched one of his lesser films. He's also really inspired me, Derek, if I may digress for a moment. He and David Lynch as well have inspired me in my work, not only as a musician and filmmaker, but also as a ritual artist. As you may have already noticed, with this idea that sometimes an artistic or spiritual experience isn't meant to work on your rational mind, it's meant to crack it open and work on what's underneath. But Brakhage has a film called, and this title is highly significant, it's called The Act of Seeing with One's Own Eyes. It's a 30-minute experimental documentary with no sound, none of his films have sound, where he just films morticians in a morgue doing their work. And I watched it and I was just so struck by what a perfect memento mori film it was. Not only is it a direct confrontation with death, but it's also a direct confrontation with people whose jobs bring them in the absolute most direct and visceral confrontation with death every day. Horror, too, can have a similar effect, I feel, if only by exposure therapy. Because you do come face to face to it in a safe, secure environment, what it really looks, sounds, and feels like. And eventually you come to terms with it in some important way. Moving through those feelings of discomfort, and even at times digging deeper into them, is so essential to cultivating resilience. And by that same token, avoiding moments of discomfort will leave you struggling to develop resilience. So-called negative emotions are always seen as taboo at the very least, and often seen as actual adversaries in the work of transforming our world. Even in our own churches and congregations, we prefer to focus on love and joy and gratitude and acceptance and peace, and steer clear of fear and anger and pain. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, not always. We've all seen what fear and anger can do to people when they allow it to control them. But pushing those emotions away completely gives them another form of control. Fear, anger, and pain can be useful. Fear is often a response to danger, an alarm in our heads that goes off when something's wrong, much in the same way as pain is a response to harm, and anger is often a response to injustice, even and maybe especially misdirected anger. Exploring and understanding and welcoming these emotions is not only good for our well-being, but important for us as a society. To break free of the ways these emotions are so often used to control and manipulate us into serving the wrong masters. Horror places these negative emotions front and center where we can't turn away, forcing us to confront our own darkness in a way that allows us to own it and take control of it, maybe even learn to love it. Horror is many things to many people, not all good, not all bad. But above all else, it is a place for radical authenticity, a place to shamelessly embrace and explore the deepest reaches of our minds and our souls without trying to eliminate or obfuscate or wish away the icky parts. To conquer our fear and anger and pain, to scream all the ugly truths and break all the barriers, to confront death and revel in our own broken humanity and be truly free. Amen. Blessed be. For our collective meditation, a film by the great Stan Brakhage. I just discovered Stan Brakhage last month, but I've fallen in love with his work. And one of the signatures of Brakhage's films is that for many of them, he works directly with the film, stock scratching, painting, gluing things to the film. Sometimes he films something first, sometimes he doesn't film anything at all, because, after all, what is the camera but another barrier, another filter for reality? This is an experimental film called Mothlight, which he made by literally gluing moth wings to each frame of about 3 minutes worth of film. The result is a radical experimental piece that Brakhage described as what a moth might see from birth to death if black were white and white were black. And a warning for anyone with photosensitivity issues, the effect of each frame being different does create a sort of strobe-like effect. So if this is something that you struggle with, please take care of yourself in whatever way you need to. And now, our collective meditation. Stan Brakhage's Mothlight. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Joseph. As we continue our Metamorphosis series, we are reminded that growth needs nourishment. In March, we continue to share the plate with PACT, People Acting for Community Together. PACT works across Miami-Dade to build dignity, leadership, and collective power. Their organizing reflects something we understand deeply here. Change unfolds when people commit to one another and act together. Your gifts today will support both UU Miami and PACT's important work in our wider community. And today, I also want to speak about something personal. Our annual pledge drive, Weaving Our Future, has begun. We're inviting every member, friend, newcomer, and online participant to make a financial commitment for our next congregational year, July the 1st, 2026 through June 30, 2027. I would like to invite Jenna Way up to the stage, if she is here. Nope, okay. Okay, all right. All right. Your pledge sustains our staff and programs. It strengthens religious exploration for our youth. It supports music, justice partnerships, campus care, and our growing digital ministry. It gives leadership the clarity to build a responsible budget and plan faithfully for the year ahead. Pledge cards are available in the sanctuary and in the office. They're very snazzy. If you haven't seen them already, you should take a look at them. And an online form is also available. Next week, you'll receive a pledge packet, or one will be mailed to you. Actually, I think we have them here. We have them here. Perfect. So John at the back, I know, has a pile. We are asking everyone to return their pledge cards or submit their commitment by March the 29th. On April the 19th, we will gather for Commitment Sunday to celebrate and bless the future that we are weaving together. If you're joining us online, you may give using the QR code on your screen. If you are here in the sanctuary, you're invited to place your offering in the basket, which will be winding its way around. Thank you for giving as you are able. Thank you for weaving your thread into this living community. Together, we continue becoming. Thank you, thank you. I hope you'll excuse me as I do my pledge. And there we go. All right. As we gather the gifts offered today, we remember that giving is an act of connection. Each and every contribution supports the work of compassion that lives through this community and beyond it. Giving and receiving are ways we participate together in care, justice, and belonging. Please rise as you are able and join me in our shared response and please remain standing, again as you're able, sit down if you're tired, as we move into the affirmation of our humanity, followed by our closing hymn. We give thanks for the gifts shared today, for the hands that offered them, and for the love they represent. May these gifts strengthen compassion in our world and sustain this community of care. It's coming. Within each of us lives the capacity to grow, to heal, to reach beyond fear, and to choose compassion in the face of uncertainty. We belong to one another as fellow travelers on this earth, as caretakers of each other and this shared home. May we take only what sustains and offer freely what we can. Let us be gentle with our missteps and offer grace to those who stumble too. In moments of struggle, may the love we share become our compass. Together, may we rise to meet the needs of this world, awakening our truest selves, becoming who we are meant to be. Let our courage be our path, our shared humanity our light, and love the strength that carries us forward. So say we all. Selah. I think you can sit down for this one. Oh, wait. Closing hymn? Do we stand up for this? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Say something.
And with that, our closing hymn, number 1020 in the Teal hymnal, Wo Ya Ya, is a hymn that today Andrea has had a little more rehearsal time with than I have. So please bear with me. Going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. We're hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Ya, wo ya ya, wo ya ya, wo ya ya. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will go, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know it. Ya ya, wo ya ya, wo ya ya ya.
Exactly, this is the improv sermon. And now, extinguishing the chalice. We will extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth. But not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. That might be a little hymn reference. These we carry in our hearts, until we are together again. May it be so. Selah. Worship need not cease. It can echo in our lives, in our words, in our deeds, in our moods, in our dreams. Carry worship with you wherever you may go. Be a blessing in your going out and your coming in. Go now in peace, dear ones.